Hello everyone. In the previous videos we have learnt about the conic sections, what are the conic sections, what are the types of the conic sections, and also we have learnt about the elements or parts of the conic sections and also about the eccentricity. In this video we are going to learn about one of the conic section, that is parabola. As we learnt in the previous video that eccentricity for a parabola is 1. It means the analytical definition of this can be given as the locus of a point such that its distance from a fixed point S, which is known as the focus, we have learned in the previous videos, is equal to the distance from a fixed line, which is known as the directrix. So in case we say that this is the parabola and this is the principal axis of it, if we find that this is the focus S and the directrix is this one, if we take a point P, the distance of P from this fixed point, that is focus, and the distance from this line, that is PM, the directrix, the distance is from the directrix, that is PM. PS and PM both are equal. PS is equal to PM. This implies that PS upon PM is equal to 1. And this ratio is only known as the eccentricity E. So we say E is 1 for a parabola. It means the eccentricity for a parabola is 1. Now what about the standard equation? If we have a parabola, that its vertex lies at the origin and the axis is along the x-axis, or it may be along y-axis sometimes, and the directrix is parallel to the y-axis in this case, then this particular parabola, whatever the equation it has, that will be known as the standard equation. So we can say that if the vertex of a parabola is at the origin and the axis is along the x-axis, or it may be y-axis, that is the standard parabola and its equation is known as the standard equation. To find the standard equation of a parabola, we draw the figure, the diagram. Here it is a parabola, the axis is along the x-axis, the vertex is at the origin, vertex is at the origin. If the focus S is a, 0, it means the distance from the vertex to this focus is a. Then certainly according to the definition of parabola, the directrix also will be at the distance a from the vertex or not. And hence we can say in this case the directrix will be equal to x is equal to minus a, or we can say x plus a equal to 0. Now if we take arbitrary point P, the coordinates of which are x, y, and the perpendicular from P to the directrix is PM, then according to the definition of the parabola, can we say that PS is equal to PM? How much is PS? We can use the distance formula, then PS will be equal to root of x minus a whole square plus y minus 0 square. And what about PM? If we see here, PM will be same as AK. How much is AK? AK is A is this and X is this, so will it be equal to X plus A or not? And hence we say this will be equal to X plus A. If we square both the sides, we find here this x square minus 2ax plus a square plus y square will be equal to the whole square of this, and that is x square plus 2ax plus a square. Do we find that this x square and this a square and a square cancel? Are we getting here y square is equal to 2ax plus 2ax when you transpose this 2x on that side? So we are finding here that y square is equal to 4ax. This is the equation, that is standard equation of the parabola. But we have to remember here that a is greater than 0 in such case. Now let's learn about some of the properties of this parabola. Number one, we find that this is symmetric to the x-axis. Number two, it meets the y-axis at origin only, nowhere else. And number three, we have that it is an unbounded curve. Unbounded curve. To find the equation and the length of the latus rectum, we have to know what is latus rectum. We have already learnt this in the previous video, that the latus rectum is the chord passing through the focus which is perpendicular to the axis. Or we say it is double ordinate through the focus of the conic section. Here for this parabola, which is the standard form, the equation of the parabola is y square equal to 4ax. Let the latus rectum be L dash. Let the latus rectum be L dash. Since it is passing through the focus and is perpendicular to the axis, which is x-axis here, can we say that the equation of latus rectum will be equal to what? That will be x is equal to a parallel to y-axis at a distance a, because the focus is a comma 0. Or we can say x minus a equal to 0. This is the equation of the latus rectum. Now to find out the length, we can consider let L dash be 2k. Since it is a double ordinate, it means the focus bisects it. So we can say the upper part is k and the lower part is also k. Can we say then the focus is S? Can we say then LS is equal to L dash S is equal to k? It means the coordinates of L will be a comma k and L dash will be a comma minus k. We have to find out the length. Since this particular point L, that is AK, and also L dash lie on the parabola, they will satisfy the equation of the parabola. So if we substitute this value of the coordinates of L in this equation, we can write, since L lies on parabola 1, therefore this is to satisfy, it means this will be k square is equal to 4a into a. We can say this is k square is equal to 4a square, or k will be equal to 2a. And hence we can say length of latus rectum will be equal to 2k, that is 2 into 2a, or this is 4a. Can we also remember it like that? This is the coefficient of x here. So can we say therefore length of latus rectum is also equal to coefficient of x in the equation. If the position of the parabola is changed, then how the equations and different parts of this will be changing. We will understand this with the form of a table. See, this is the standard form of the parabola, in which this is along the x-axis, that is the axis of the parabola. The focus is S, that is a comma 0. Vertex in all the cases will be at the origin, and the directrix here is on the negative side of the x-axis, and that comes as x equal to minus a. So here we have written vertex is 0, 0, focus is a comma 0, directrix is x is equal to minus a. Equation of the parabola is y square equal to 4ax, and 4a is the length of the latus rectum. Then we can understand that this is the coefficient of x in this equation. But in case the parabola comes to the negative side of the x-axis, the diagram is this. In such case, the focus will be on the negative side of the x-axis, and hence that will be minus a comma 0. And the directrix will go on the positive side, so that will be x equal to a. And hence here we find that the vertex is at the origin, the focus is minus a comma 0, directrix is x equal to a. Equation will be y square equal to minus 4ax, because this is on the negative side of it, x-axis. And the length of latus rectum will be same as 4a, and here also we find this is the coefficient of x. And this is the diagram of it. In case the parabola is facing on the positive side of the y-axis, then its focus will be lying on the y-axis or not, and the directrix will be parallel to the x-axis, that is perpendicular to the y-axis. And as we find here, the vertex is 0, 0, the focus is at 0 comma a, because this is on the positive side of the y-axis. The directrix will be y equal to minus a. Equation will be x square is equal to 4ay, because x and y have been interchanged here. The length of latus rectum here also is 4a, but here the coefficient of y is the length of the latus rectum, and diagram will be on the positive side of the y-axis. Next case may be when this is going to the negative side of the y-axis. In that case, the vertex is at 0, 0. Focus is 0 comma minus a, because this is coming on the negative side of y-axis. And then y equal to a will be the directrix. X square is equal to minus 4ay will become the equation, because this is on the negative side of the y-axis. The length of latus rectum is 4a, that is the coefficient of y here also, and this is the diagram. So with the help of this table, we can very easily understand the different positions of the parabola and also the different parts of the parabolas in these particular positions. Now we will discuss some of the problems based on parabola. And the first one here is, find the equation of the parabola whose vertex is at the origin, axis is along x-axis, and it passes through the point 2, 3. After reading the question, we must understand what is the position of the parabola. Here it is given that the vertex is at 0, 0. Axis is along the x-axis, means this is the x-axis, and it passes through 2, 3. 2, 3 is the point which lies in the first quadrant. And since this is the parabola having the axis as x-axis, it means this is the first form in which the parabola is on the positive side of the x-axis. We can see here, this is the parabola, suppose, and suppose the point is here, that is 2, 3. Vertex is at the origin. So we find that this is the form of the equation y square equal to 4ax. So we can write, let the equation be y square is equal to 4ax. Since it passes through 2 comma 3, it passes through 2 comma 3. So this 2 comma 3 will be satisfying this equation. Therefore we find 3 square is equal to 4a into 2. So this gives us 9 is equal to 8a, or we can say a is equal to 9 by 8. We can also find directly the value of 4a, which is 9 by 2. Now we can substitute this value of 4a in the equation y square equal to 4x, and we can write therefore equation of parabola is y square is equal to 9 by 2x, or we can say 2y square equal to 9x. This is the answer. The next problem we have to discuss is find the axis, focus, directrix and the latus rectum of the conic section represented by x square minus 8y. To find the solution of such problem, we have to compare the equation of the given conic section with the standard equations of the conic sections which we know. Here the equation given is x square is equal to minus 8y, and if we see, we can compare it with x square is equal to minus 4ay, which is the equation of a parabola. So we find that this is also representing a parabola, which is a parabola. Now, if we compare this, what we find? Here we find that 4a is equal to 8. It means a is equal to 2. And also we find that this is the equation of the parabola when it is in the negative side of the y-axis. So here we find that the parabola is like this. In such case, we find that the focus of this is equal to 0 comma minus a. So what we find here? The axis of the parabola is y-axis, or we can say x equal to 0. The focus S 0 comma minus a is 2. So will it be 0 comma minus 2 or not? Yes. Now we have to find out the equation of the directrix. For the directrix, what we see, in such case, the directrix is here or not? That is parallel to the x-axis. And the distance here is same as a. So we find the directrix here will be y equal to a. It means that is y equal to 2, or we can say y minus 2 equal to 0. This is the directrix. Now we have to find the length of latus rectum. The length of latus rectum that is 4a. 4a means 4 into 2, that is 8. Or we can say the coefficient of y in such case, that is 4a, that is also 8. So we can say the length of latus rectum is 8 units. It means the equation of conic section which is given to us, we can compare with the standard equation of any of the conic section, and then we can find out its elements or the parts. In the next video, we will be learning about the ellipse and its standard equations. Thanks for watching my video. If you have any comments or doubts, leave them in the comment box and I will get back to you.